you need to make sacrifices in your life if you want to achieve things. You can't grow in the same environment that you got sick in. Your sacrifice doesn't need to look like a struggle. Welcome to another episode of Khaos To Creation, where we turn life's hot mess into mastery. It's your host, Konnie, and to all my new creators, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And the creation crew, I love you guys so much, and I thank you all for your support. So let's get straight to it, y'all. As you can see by the title, I literally moved to Florida, and it only lasted 2 weeks. So I kind of want to talk to y'all about that a little bit. And I feel like if y'all are going through a transition or you're going through like a big move, like how I just kind of went through, you need to listen to this for sure because I'm gonna give you guys some of the vital lessons that I learned in literally moving. Even though I only went for 2 weeks, I still learned so much, y'all. I learned so much. So, I'm also not gonna tell you guys why I ended up coming back home from moving to Florida, but you can find out why on my TikTok series called Why Did I Move to Florida Without a Plan? And I've already started posting some of the parts. I don't know how many parts it's gonna be, but it's already on there. And my TikTok is gonna be in the description below, and I'm gonna probably put it on the screen right here. So if y'all wanna know why it didn't work out, you're gonna have to go to my TikTok. Now, now let's get into this episode for y'all. So I feel like not that I feel like I know for a fact I was not supposed to move. Me going to Florida was supposed to happen. I believe in life everything happens for a reason, and everything just has a meaning to it. Nothing is just like coincidental. Everything happens for a reason. Everything has a purpose. Everything has something to take from. And this is definitely one of those chaos moments where it's like definitely like a whole chaotic experience for sure. And I'm here right now to turn that into a creation because I feel like I wouldn't be who I say I am if I didn't. So, like I'm saying, I really truly believe and know that me going to Florida was for a reason. And the reason was for me to just simply learn that yes, it takes for you to change environments to grow. It does take that sometimes. Sometimes people can grow in the same environment, but a lot of times you can't grow in the same environment that you got sick in. And it's like if you feel like where you are, the people you're around, just the places that you go to, if those things are too much and you can't thrive in that area, you need to definitely change your environment. But I have a different perspective on environments. And that's what I'm really wanting to share with y'all today because I feel like I said, me going there for as long as I went, the 2 weeks I was there, it was meant to happen. I've been the type of person before I actually left where I kind of just was always afraid to make such a big risk or make such a big move or do something like this. I've had so many energy blockages in my body where I would just tell myself it's not possible, it's not possible, it's not possible. And I literally drove 16 hours from my hometown all the way to Florida and back. And that right there just let me know, just the drive alone gave me this security, this reassurance that if I want to do something like that, or if I want to go somewhere, if I want to move out of the state, I literally can do it. I physically can do it. I mentally can do it. Just the drive alone gave me a different perspective, gave me a different outlook on my capabilities. And so when I got there, it was not what I expected it to be. Now, mind you, I did go to Daytona Beach. I did not go to Miami. I feel like if I was in Miami, it would be a different story. I would have stuck it out, but I wasn't. So I just think like I definitely learned that, I am capable of going where I want to, doing what I want to do, moving out of the state. Like when I say that was a huge fear of mine, and I told myself like it's not possible. Because if you guys, Creation Crew, those of you that have been here, you know what I've been telling y'all about how I kind of just like was fearful. I've kind of expressed this a few times on the show, how I used to be fearful of like not being able to move. And just the simple fact that I did it lets me know how powerful I am and how I just feel like that move was needed. It was necessary. That was supposed to happen. I was supposed to go. Sometimes I kind of like think about like, because before I went, I had a lot of people saying, "Oh, if it don't work, come back. If this don't work, blah blah." And I just kept thinking, why do they keep saying that? Like, why do they keep saying if it don't work, it's gonna work? Period. I'm like, what? So, I just realized that it was always supposed to happen this way. Now, if you watched my episode where I talked about me doing shrooms, where I had told my best friend, I told him I'm like, it's not gonna work for me here. I have no choice but to leave. And that was true. I had no choice but to leave, and that's what I did. I left. But it was never in my mind, in my plan to come back. I thought that I needed to truly leave and go for things to then start to happen for me. And it's like God just got a funny way of like doing things. And I think that it was always supposed to happen this way. It was always written for me to go to Florida and then come right back. Because even right before I left, there was a lot of things telling me to hold on, wait, don't go, don't go. And I was like, nah, I gotta go. I got to go. Okay. And so I think God, he's like, okay, you don't want to listen, bet. Go ahead and go. I'm gonna show you something. Let me show you something. Go ahead. You want to go? Go ahead and go. And and in that, I realized like you need to make sacrifices in your life if you want to achieve things, right? Like that's true. You need to definitely sacrifice something. Either quit that job, move out of the state, go full time content creation, whatever it is you want to do. Yes, you need to make sacrifices, but I realized that these sacrifices, like if you have a support system, if you have that support from other people, you don't have to struggle. Your sacrifice doesn't need to look like a struggle. Your sacrifice can be a sacrifice with a foundation of support. And that's something that I didn't understand until I literally went there and then came back. And I just I just think like going down there, like I said, was necessary. Um, just changing my environment, like physically changing my environment was vital for me to have to do. But I think it was never me needing to change my physical environment. It was always I needed to change my mental environment. If you are literally stuck in a place physically, or you feel like you're stuck in a place physically, and you can't move, you want to move, there is a such thing as a mental environment. If your mental environment is sick, how do you expect to grow? If you can't get out of the physical environment, change your mental environment. And I realized that's what me going down there was meant for me to do. Like I could have possibly done that here back home, but no, it took for me to drive 16 hours in the cold. And mind you, my car does not have heat. Now that is my problem. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. It took for me to drive 16 hours, okay, in the cold and 16 hours back to realize that who I was when I went to Florida, and now mind you, this is literally like only this it was only a 2 week span. But who I was right before I went is not who I am right now. Like who I am right now, that fear, those blockages are gone. They're gone. They're gone. I'm no longer afraid. I'm no longer scared. If you are afraid, if you are scared, sometimes it might take you doing something extreme. Like what I did was extreme. I quit my job, did not resign my lease, moved to Florida with absolutely no plan other than following somebody else's plan. It did not work out. And through that process, I was able to change my mental environment because that's where everything is like created, first in the mind. Everything's created first in your mind. And so if your mental environment is sick, your physical environment will be sick, and then every other environment that you have is going to be sick. Now, I came back to my hometown, and yes, I'm still in the physical environment that I may have got sick in, right? But because I've changed my mental environment, this physical environment it can't, it can't break the mental. Now, I'm not saying to say that things won't test you, things won't come up to try to see if your mental is really strong. It's definitely going to come up. Things are definitely going to come up, things are definitely going to test you. And it's all about remaining strong in that mental environment. Like, I had no clue that there was even a such thing as a mental environment. Like something just told me it was like you've changed your mental environment. And a lot of times, I also want to say this too, like with what happened when I was down in um Florida, it's like when you're shifting, when you're changing, when you're evolving, transitioning, whatever it is, it's like that negative energy does not want to leave. The negative energy does not want to go away. So it knows that the negative energy knows that you're literally shifting, you're changing, things are different for you, or you're getting rid of blockages, energy blockages that's stuck within your body in certain places. The energy does not want to go away. And so sometimes what can happen is if that energy cannot get to you no more, if it can't no longer get through to you, sorry y'all. If it cannot get to you, okay, trust me, it's gonna get to the people around you. And it's gonna try to come through them to get to you or to break you down. And I want to tell y'all, if that's happening, if people are testing you, playing with you, baby, do not fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for it. Honestly, give it no energy. Give it no energy because that's what I had to do just recently. I had to think like, you trying to play with me right now? Like, what is this? Like, something okay, bet. I'm not giving you no energy. I'm not gonna let anything outside of me right now control how I react, control my emotions, control none of that. Yeah, I might be feeling a little upset that you just tried me like this, but I'm not gonna allow your miserableness to affect me and to make me be miserable right along with you. And that's why I say the mental environment changed because normally, right, we would just react. You would just react like, hold on. Huh. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to say to you guys. I thank you guys so much for what's happening with your girl. All my new creators, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and the creation crew. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.